Hello and welcome to the Basketball England YouTube channel. We're here, we're live from the National Basketball Performance Centre. We've got a great day of action ahead of us. First up, we have the WNBL1 playoff finals where we see the London Cavs take on Anglia Ruskin University. Later on, we see the men play at 4 o'clock. We already had a great day of action yesterday for the D2 playoff finals where Barking Abbey and Auckland's Wolves took victory. But now focusing on today's game, we see the London Cavaliers play Anglia Ruskin University. But earlier on, I spoke to the coaches. Let's go and see what they had to say about it. All right, so Coach, we're at the final stage of the season now. It's the finals, D1 finals. How does it feel to be in this stage?
Really exciting for us as a group. I think we've had a fun year and it's been like exciting and things are wins, losses, kind of all that hard work across the season, and it comes to today where we get to go out and have a lot of fun and showcase what we're about.
Yeah, so obviously it's your first season with this team. How's that been? Do you think you've adjusted well to the group, or?
Yeah, the group are amazing. I've had so much fun with them this year, and I think we set out from the jump saying, let's go and have a lot of fun. We're going to work really hard and then see what happens. And if you keep working hard and you enjoy it, good things tend to happen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously you guys ended up finishing around 4th place. 3rd place, apologies. Yeah, you end up finishing like 3rd place, which is a pretty good thing, especially for your first ever season. But now taking a look at London Cavs. Obviously, you faced them already twice this season. How is that, with that in mind, how is it playing them in the playoffs? Like, what's the preparation been like?
Yeah, preparation over the last couple of weeks has been good. But as I said, I think we just go out there and have a lot of fun. And as these things happen, we know we've got a really talented group. Cavs obviously a really good team this season and top of the league. But we shoot a lot of threes. If a lot of threes go in, it's a lot of problems for a lot of teams out there. So it should be enjoyable. Yeah,
and then like final thing, what do you think is going to be the key to you guys winning this game?
Cavs rebound the ball really hard, so we can stop them doing that, and then we get the opportunity to play quickly. I think that should do the job.
All right, cool. Thanks for taking time to speak to me today, Coach, and I hope all goes on in the game.
No worries. Thank you very much.
So, Coach, we're here now. We're at the final stage of the season. We've got the playoff finals ahead of us. How does it feel to be at this stage?
Yeah, amazing. This was always the goal. Obviously, what happened in the cup final, this has now been what's been spurring us on. The girls have been great. We've had some real tough games, had a tough couple of playoff games as well. But yeah, now to be here, it's exciting times for us.
Yeah, so as you mentioned just then as well, obviously the cup final, you guys you managed to get there. Obviously it didn't go your way. Ended up winning the league as well. So how have you used that loss and coming into this?
They don't want to feel how we felt after that game, really. We took that really tough. We did. We really struggled. But it was, like you said, it was also motivation that we needed. It was nice being able to play Manchester the week after to prove that it wasn't like a curse that we had on us from the Manchester team. So, yeah, no, we've used that as fuel. We've kind of had that grit now that sometimes we lacked in the start. We didn't have that foot on throat kind of mentality when we was up. I like to think we've got that now. So, yeah, hopefully we can put that in full force today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it does feel like you guys kind of excelled after that. So, ARU, obviously, you already faced them twice this season. So, how's the preparation been considering you've already faced them before?
It's been slightly different. They've put some new stuff in. I think they're a very, very good team personnel-wise. I think Tor's done a great job with the coaching. We just need to remember to play our game. It's two very different styles. They are a lot more patient. They like to look exactly what they're looking for, whereas we're very aggressive, very physical, very fast. We want to get out and run the ball. As I said to the girls, as long as we play our style, we'll be absolutely fine. And I understand they're going to go on runs. They're going to hit back-to-back threes. They're going to, be able to shoot the lights out. It's just making sure that we get on the other end and punish them there.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you think is going to be the key for you guys to win this game?
Crash on our own boards. I don't really want to be having, for example, Mash having to guard someone maybe 6-7 inches taller than her and then somebody else not getting the rebounds. So we need to really crash the boards. But we really need to get out in transition. That's where our strength is when we play at pace, and we can take our breaks at the free throw line. Obviously, I think we're the most foul team this year. We like to live at the free throw line. It's just making sure that we do that, and we make sure that if they're going to shoot a lot of threes, obviously we need to contest, but we need to get our own rebounds. All
right, thanks for taking time to speak to me today, Coach, and I hope all goes well in the game.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Welcome into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester as we get ready for the Women's Division 1 playoff final between the London Cavaliers and Anglia Ruskin University. Kaz Bullock here alongside Isha Naya as we get ready to tip off in around 11 minutes time. So Isha, this is going to be a really exciting matchup between two top teams in Division 1. London finishing in first place, 17 wins and 3 losses. And for Anglia Ruskin, it was a third.
It'll be a really exciting matchup. Two of the kind of like top dogs in this WNBL D1 competition. I mean, obviously London Cavs, team we know well. It was only just earlier on in the year, obviously in January, that we saw them at the National Cup finals. Playing against Manchester. Obviously, unfortunately, they fell short there, but I'm sure they'll be, as head coach Robbie Connell said, they're using kind of that motivation from the loss to kind of fuel their fire. And obviously, they went on to win the league, and here they are now, final stage of the season. And then obviously, take a look at ARU, a team that maybe has struggled with injuries a few times this season, but nevertheless, they still finished in 3rd place. And they kind of upset, as people would call it, they upset Kohler, didn't they, in that semi-finals, and here they are now.
Yeah, two teams that play quite a different style of basketball. London, a very fast-paced team, the best offense in Division 1 against Anglia Ruskin, who really like to make it hard for teams. They're going to make you grit it out. They have the 3rd best defense over the course of the season. So teams are getting ready to come out on court. And let's take a look as they take to the floor.
So up first, starting with our listed away team, please give it up. Make some noise for the Anglia Ruskin University. And they're on the final, wearing number 5, Ilaria Zaccaroni. Number 6, Eliza Bartholomew. Number 7, Emilia Azul. Number 8, Tia Freeman. Number 9, Maria Navarro. Number 10, Vicky Gray. Number 12, Abby Conley. Number 13, Cleo Lewis-Dale. Number 14, Nancy York. Number 20, Faye Parker. Number 21, Elizabeth Day. And number 22, Carolina Maximovieni. Their head coach, Tor Freeman, assisted by Jake Manfield. The Anglia Ruskin University. And their opponents here in this final, make some noise for the London Cavaliers. And their roster to play number 1, Chicago Rockets. Number 4, Chinwe Owuze. Number 8, Melanie Lewis. Number 9, Teresa Jackson. Number 10, Santa Fuji. Number 11, Jamela Sampson. Number 12, Janice Malakana. Number 23, Monique Lokoka. Number 29, Matilda Connor. And number 44, Ellen Charlie. Their head coach is Robbie Connell, assisted by Hayley Miller. Let's hear it for the London Cavaliers and Anglia Ruskin University.
So teams out on the court on the big stage here at the National Basketball Performance Centre. And you mentioned it earlier, Risha, but we did see the London Cavaliers in the National Cup final in Worcester in January with that really narrow loss to the Manchester Mystics. Coach Robbie Connell obviously spoken about that fueling them, but they have been on a tear the second half of the season.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, obviously, any team, when you lose, it's like, it's unfortunate in it, but as Robbie Connell said, he's using that to fuel his fire, and it does feel like they've really been on a rampage. You know, they made their way, they secured their top spot in the season. Obviously, they won the league. They cleaned their way through the playoffs, and yeah, here they are now.
Yeah, coming through the playoff quarterfinals against the Loughborough Riders, 81-65. It was Chinwe Owuze with a 33-point, 11-rebound game in that one. And then in the semi-finals, they came through against Ipswich, 75-61. Chinwe Owuze, again, 12 points and a massive 21-rebound game. And then for Anglia Ruskin, they came through the quarterfinals against Manchester, 69-51. Tia Freeman with a double-double of 28 points and 10 rebounds. And then beating last year's D1 playoff final winners Kohler in the semi-final, Faye Parker, 15 points and 9 rebounds. And these are two teams, these are two experienced teams, aren't they? Quite the difference to the teams we saw out in the D2 finals yesterday.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more veteran players out there on both sides. As much as ARU are a university team, it doesn't mean that they're all younger. Do you know what I mean? They still have that experience. I mean, there's plenty of players on both sides who have experience at an international level, plenty of players who have experience at that SLB levels, that sort of top league here. Obviously, they're bringing that experience to these teams, and you can tell that by the way they play their basketball as well. And when they're out there on the court, you know, those more experienced players, they do lead the way. You know, they're kind of like navigate the rest of the team and they just bring them through. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really important. Obviously, we talk about the veteran players, and there are some of the younger players out there on the team, and that's the experience that those leaders on the court will bring to them. So if we take a look at a couple of key players out there for both teams. So for Anglia Ruskin, we have Tia Freeman, so playing her second season for Anglia Ruskin. 5th in Division 1 this season in points per game with 19.6. She's 7th in assists per game with 3.7. She's a shooter, she's a scorer, and she's been a real leader on the floor for Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, she has. I mean, I said really experienced player. Obviously, previously played SLBW, has that experience, then brought it down to this Anglia Ruskin side. And she's just a really difficult player to guard because she has that height, but she can still do everything. You know, it's not like she just sits in the paint and posts up. If she's outside, she might shoot it. You know, she, as I said, she's a lights out shooter. She can drive and take that in. She can also see the next pass. You know what I mean? She can do a bit of everything defensively as well. Real threat. So definitely somebody that the London Cavs are going to have to look out for.
And alongside her, Abby Conley, number 12 for Anglia Ruskin, playing her first season for ARU, out of Westminster University in Utah, playing Division 2 in the States last season, where she averaged just under 10 points a game. But she's a double-double machine out there for Anglia Ruskin. Has had 5 double-doubles this season and a big 28-point, 10-rebound game against Loughborough earlier this season, making 6 threes.
Yeah, 6 threes, as you say. You know when somebody can shoot like that you as well, you're gonna have to put a hand up. But another great player, obviously first season with ARU, really brought that experience that she has from the States to this ARU side and had an instant impact. I mean, she averages 14.2 points in the regular season. Another player ARU gonna have to be looking out for. But as we know, ARU, not just those two players, they are really high volume shooting 3 team. So any player who's out there really definitely get a hand up, because once they're hot, they're just going to keep hitting them.
They're very difficult to stop. Now, Anglia Ruskin lead the league in made 3-pointers this season. They've hit 204 on the season, and they have 4 players in the top 10 in made threes in Ilaria Zaffaroni, Tia Freeman, Vicky Gray, and Abby Conley. And Isha, if those 4 players were a team themselves, they would be 4th in the league in made threes. They've hit 150 between them, so that is huge.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for that, when that could have been a possible 12 players, when you have 12 players on a team, and it takes only 4 to be 4th, that's a ridiculous stat.
And for the London Cavaliers, the best offense in Division 1 this season, they force turnovers and love to run on that break. 21.6 fast break points a game for the London Cavaliers. They've been averaging just over 76 points a game. And that offense has been led by their number 4, Chinwe Ewanze, 19.7 points a game, 4th in Division 1. And 8.5 rebounds for Ewanze. She was named to the Division 1 Team of the Year and British Team of the Year this season. She is just the engine of this Cavs team.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, just leads that way. Obviously, previously played for the London Cavs, also when they were the Thames Valley Cavs. Had a short stint with SLBW and London Lions team, then she came back, and yeah, she's just been such a dominant force ever since then. I mean, really quick player, really athletic. When she's good, when she drives in, you know she's going to go in aggressive. You know she's going to go in hard. Much like the rest of this London Cavs team, they are the most foul team in the league. So we know how aggressive they're going to be, and she just leads that charge for them.
And alongside her, London Cavaliers, number 12, Janice Monacana, the WBBL legend that is Janice Monacana, 2 WBBL Finals MVPs, playing at the highest level of the game in this country. She's in her first season for the Cavaliers and a huge 20.3 points a game, along with 8.1 rebounds. She's a force inside.
Yeah, she really is. Again, a great addition to this London Cavs side. And I mean, as you've just said, she is a WNBL legend. Ever since she's joined the Cavs, she had an instant impact. I said force inside, but she can also play outside as well. Just such a versatile player, offensively and defensively, especially when she's in that paint or you see her coming across on that help defense. You're going to think about passing it because, she's a real paint defender. But another player, that combination, those two, and just the rest of the team, really all-round experienced team, but definitely Chinwe, Iwunze, and Janice Monacana leading the charge for them.
So let's take a look at the starting fives for both teams. For Anglia Ruskin, it will be Ilaria Zaffaroni, Tia Freeman, Vicky Gray, Abby Conley, and Faye Parker. And for the London Cavaliers, Mash Karumba-Roberts, Chinwe Iwunze, Teresa Jackson, Janice Monacana, and Tilly Goddard. Anglia Ruskin playing in white today, and the London Cavaliers in purple. And both teams having brought some support with them over to Manchester. London Cavaliers fans as well. They travelled well to Worcester. They brought, they made some noise. They've got some great support out there, and it's always really good to see.
Yeah, I think there was a few drums out there before, so they are going to be bringing that noise. They've been in this situation before. They know what it's about.
And for Anglia Ruskin, they won back-to-back Division 1 playoff final titles in 2017. 2018 and then 2018-2019. They're looking to get back on top in Division 1. And for the London Cavaliers, looking for their first piece of silverware as a franchise. Won the National Cup in 2022-23 under the Thames Valley Cavaliers franchise banner, but this is a new look, new era, and the London Cavaliers are wanting to get their name on the trophy. So teams out on the court for the tip. It will be Parker for Anglia Ruskin and Monacana for the Cavaliers. Balls up and we're underway. The Division 1 playoff final here in Manchester. And it's the Cavaliers with the first possession. And Iwunze will set things up for London. Iwunze to the basket, blocked by Parker. But another chance here for the Cavaliers. As the shot's off, but can't be saved by Goddard. Now watch out for Tilly Goddard out there on the floor. She might not be the player that racks up the most points, but her defense is stifling. She is such a pest out there.
Yeah, she is definitely going to be a contender for the pesky defender of the game.
The shot bounces out for Anglia Ruskin. Teams looking to get on the scoreboard here early on as Jackson takes it to the basket. And a good stance there from Zaffaroni, just holding her ground.
Yeah, I mean, we only had 2 possessions, but both of those possessions, we can see that the Cavs are going in. They are trying to draw that foul when they go up. They're going in aggressive. But ARU, they are just holding their stance. And that's what you need to do, especially against this Cavs side.
Zaffaroni. Hands off to Conley. Over to Gray. Threes up and down. Vicky Gray getting things started for Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, and the Cavs can't let them get many more of them because once they're hot, they are going to just continue to sink.
Iwunze turns and fires too strong. Parker with the rebound. Ball's over to Zaffaroni. Zaffaroni puts it up from deep. Not that time. That is what Anglia Ruskin like to do there. They go for that three-point shot. They want that look with
Monacana with the miss. Gray with the rebound. Keeps it alive.
Freeman has it.
Stolen away by Jackson.
By Jackson, putting up with the steal. Leonard will take it. Faye Parker is doing a fantastic job so far early on inside, just making it really difficult for London to get to the basket.
Yeah, and we know the Cavs are a team that love to kind of find that look inside. Yeah, this is exactly the start that they would have wanted to have.
Ruskin, obviously the three-point shooting team, they're a really tough, gritty defensive team. And London, a high-scoring team that like to run. So Anglia Ruskin sometimes to stop that run. London playing.
That's an inside and a foul is good.
Under the basket. It'll be the first foul against London.
Foul is scored by number 4, Wednesday. First personal foul, first team foul.
Parker.
2 shots to go.
Shots to come.
Fade Parker.
Yeah, I mean, Anglia Ruskin definitely look more comfortable or look more settled into the game. I mean, I know we're only 2 minutes 30 seconds into it,
Parker hits the first.
but
Yeah, it's interesting. These teams have had like a week or so off since they've played, but it doesn't look like it's affected.
yeah, they've taken no time to get us started in this one.
And another rebound for Parker.
Yeah, and even though the Cavs haven't been able to get on the board yet, they just need to kind of settle into their game. You know, they don't need to rush any shots and kind of play into ARU's hands. They just need to do what they do best.
As the teams want to talk it over. So Anglia Ruskin up early on here. And Isha, they've come out with a game plan. They've done exactly what they wanted to do early on. So teams coming back out onto the court. And it will be sideline ball for Anglia Ruskin as Conley looks to inbound. Ball's into Freeman. Freeman back out. Parker threes up. Not that time. Chased down by Freeman. Zaffaroni has it. Conley. Conley puts it up and shots off as Iwunze grabs the rebound. Takes it all the way and high off the glass.
First 2 points of the game for the Cavaliers.
As Parker can't respond, Iwunze. Grumba Roberts to the basket. And a foul called against Anglia Ruskin, and that will put the London Cavaliers at the line. As first free throw is good. So 2 of 2 from the line. And apologies to anybody watching if we've had some issues with the sound. That's all.
Blocks away by Monaco. Cavaliers on the pitch.
Ball goes out of bounds and it'll be Anglia Ruskin possession. So a 7-4 Anglia Ruskin lead over the London Cavaliers. And it's Cavs possession. Again, apologies if we've had any sound issues earlier on. We hope that's resolved for you now. As Jackson, ball's knocked away, Parker comes up with it. Gray. Conley under the basket, can't get the reverse to go. And a foul against Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, definitely. The Cavs definitely look a little bit more composed now in this game. Maybe they looked a bit hesitant to start off with, but definitely look like they're more awake out there now.
So Anglia Ruskin leading 7-4. London here with a chance to tie on this possession. Karumba Roberts will hold the ball. Monacana all the way to the basket, scoops it up and in. And it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, great take by Janice Monacana there. We know she's such a presence inside, she's able to get through every time.
And Zaffaroni with a mid-range puts AIU back up by 3.
Yeah, they're bucket for bucket at the moment.
Karumba Roberts. Hands off to Jackson. Monacana from deep. Shots off and a great box out there from Parker. You can just see her just stopping London being able to get the ball.
Yeah, another thing we know this Cavs team love to do is crash those offensive boards. We've got some real athletic players out there.
Conley lines it up, knocks it down, and this is Anglia Ruskin basketball on display.
Yeah, I mean, great little play there, just finding Faye Parker inside, forcing the Cavs defense to collapse, and then they found Conley wide open for that 3.
Goddard spin into the basket, it's off the front of the rim. Zaffaroni to Gray, back to Zaffaroni. Freeman puts it up, that's too strong. Jackson into Monacana, and Monacana will have to pass out. That's great defense there from Anglia Ruskin, and you can see Faye Parker is a problem inside.
Yeah, the Cavs are definitely struggling to get shots off over her.
As Freeman all the way to the basket, lays it in. Jackson finds Karumba Roberts. And that'll be a foul against Anglia Ruskin. Third team foul on AIU, and Parker will pick up her 2nd. So Parker and Zaffaroni will head to the bench, and we'll have a substitution as Elizabeth Neri checks in alongside Amelia Hassoun.
Yeah, that's a tough blow for AIU to have Faye Parker in foul trouble. I mean, it's only 2. Obviously, it's only the first quarter, so the head coach Tor Freeman probably made that decision to sub her out. But if she gets the foul trouble, I mean, we've seen what impact she's had so far. Could become a problem for AIU.
Yeah, definitely. As Karumba Roberts gets a 2nd to go, and it's a 6-point game. Conley finds a path to the basket.
I mean, AIU are getting to the rim unmatched at the moment. Maybe it's some miscommunications going out there on the London Cavs defense, but I'm sure that is not the shots that they want to be letting AIU get off.
You want to make it as difficult as possible, but AIU do find that way to the basket. So let's see if London can look to adjust to that. So Karumba Roberts into Monacana, and a foul against AIU. So that's their 4th team foul. And London will take it from the end line. Monacana. Karumba Roberts powering her way to the basket, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Second personal foul, number 21.
Yeah, Corumba Roberts, another great force for this London Cavs team.
And that's foul number 2 on Elizabeth Neri for Anglia Ruskin. Neri and Parker both on 2 fouls early on here in the first half.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, Elizabeth Neri on 2 fouls well is also another big blow for ARU, because Faye Parker and Neri are those sort of 2 inside forces.
Yeah, they
ARU.
Definitely are.
I mean, Neri averages 8.2 rebounds a game, so really going to have to be focusing on those boxing out if both of their inside players are in foul trouble.
So Cavaliers cut it down to a 6-point game. Hasu, hands off to Freeman. Back to Hasu, and 3's up, off the rim. And again, ARU are getting those looks that they want from outside. Monacana to Corumba Roberts. And shots in and out as Vicky Gray skies in from the rebound, for the rebound. And Tia Freeman. Good ball movement here from Anglia Ruskin, and Gray can't get it to drop. But it's such a fast-paced game here from Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, it is, and although the shots aren't dropping yet, they are finding the shots, and that's kind of the most important thing for them, because they will start to eventually.
Monacana spinning to the basket, banks it in!
I mean, Janice Monacana, she was actually triple teamed then. I mean, the whole ARU defense just collapses to the inside, and she's still able to finish.
Freeman using the screen from Neri. Conley. Great cut there from Gray, can't finish as Corumba Roberts secures the rebound.
Yeah, we've seen some really good offenses from ARU before. Like I said before, the ball movement has just been excellent.
Conley comes up with the steal. Over to Hasoon, knocked away by Jackson. And Jackson will slow things down here and set it up for the Cavaliers. Just over a minute to play in the first quarter.
I mean, they had the right idea on that one. Definitely a mismatch there. I mean, it did look like Monacana could have kind of got that pass over.
It's the look that they want, isn't it? They know Monacana's going to be inside, just maybe a bit too much on it that time.
Yeah, and already we've seen the ARU defense tailor towards having Cavs having Janice Monacana.
And another 2 drops for Anglia Ruskin. Leads back up to 6. Monacana to the basket, draws the foul. And Janice Monacana will head to the line, and you can see Anglia Ruskin, as you said, always triple teamed last time, double teamed this time. They are straight to her under the basket.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that ARU definitely, obviously all the preparation that were done this game would have been to stop her, basically. But not just her, I mean, all the Cavs players inside. Obviously, we know they have some strong inside presences, but once Janice Monacana gets going, the shots just keep on falling. So, I mean, so far they've done a good job at getting that double team. But, I mean, she's still able to finish and draw the foul through it. I mean, she's on 5 points currently in the quarter, so.
Such a strong player inside. And again, it's that experience, isn't it? Having played in the WBBL and playing at the highest levels. As she goes 2 of 2 from the line, it's a 4-point game. Freeman against Iwunze. Kicks it out to Hasu. Zaffaroni. Freeman with 5 seconds. Spins, puts it up. Too strong. And Mooney with a big rebound. Santi Mooney into the game for the first time for London. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Monacana, Mooney calling for it under the basket. Reverse doesn't go, and ARU have 6 seconds here to take advantage. Zaffaroni, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Zaffaroni to the basket and fouled on the shot. So 2 free throws to come. And that could not have gone any better, really, for Anglia Ruskin, unless the shot had gone in.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, great way to end the quarter. Obviously, as I said, it would have been, obviously if they got the shot, it would have been good. But to draw the foul, nevertheless, now she has some, now she has a chance at the free throw line to try and put 2 more on the board.
And we talk about experience, but Zaffaroni playing in her 5th season for Anglia Ruskin. She was part of that team that won the Division 1 playoff title in the 2018-2019 season, alongside Mariana Maddaloni, who's on the bench. And part of the National Cup winning team in the 2020 season. So, you know, she's been on this stage. She knows what it takes to win. Yeah, just, it's good to have that experience out there. And I mean, this season, yeah, she's been playing here for a while. But, you know, she's been with this team thick and thin. She's averaging 10.6 points a game this season. So it's great to see a player out there who can still have such a contribution, even though she's been on this team for quite a while. And she'll go 1 of 2 from the line. And with 0.2 seconds on the clock, shot bounces off, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. It is a 19-14 lead for Anglia Ruskin over the London Cavaliers. Anglia Ruskin have been led by Abby Conley with 8 points personal so far, and the London Cavaliers led by Mash Karumba-Roberts and Janice Monacana, who have 6 points each. And we look at the 3-point shooting, so 3 threes for Anglia Ruskin so far. London not hit from behind the arc, and 3 points from turnovers for Anglia Ruskin to 0 for London. But what did you like about what AIU did there in that first quarter?
I just like that they were getting the shots off that they wanted to go off. They didn't play into the London Cavs' hands. We saw them hit those 2 threes to open the game. You know, that's always a benefit when you're hitting that 6-point lead straight away. I mean, the ones after that, obviously there was a few that they missed, but the point is that they are still finding shots they want. They're not bad shots that they are taking. And they're not only finding the shots outside 3-point, they're also finding them in. You know, they've got 8 points in the paint currently, so they are finding their way. If they can't get that 3-point shot, they are finding their plays inside. We've seen some great offenses. I mean, the ball's just been zipping around, really, and that's how they are finding those opportunities. For the Cavs, obviously probably not the start that they wanted, but they did look more settled, especially towards the end of the quarter. To start off with, they weren't really getting the ball inside. They weren't driving strong. Now we're seeing the opposite. We've seen them settle into their game. They are attacking, aggressive. They are being strong.
And as soon as, like you say, a little bit of a slow start for them, especially by their standards, but that look inside, you've got Mash Karumba-Roberts and Janice Monacana as well. They're trying to get inside, and they've been getting those foul calls, getting to the foul line. So that is something that, when they're in that rhythm, that works well for them. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, they've already had 8 free throws in this game, but it's credit to them for just being aggressive, going in and drawing those fouls. And they're actually 100% from the free throw line as well.
Time of the second quarter to get underway. Anglia Ruskin University possession.
So back underway for the second quarter. Zaffaroni over to Conley. Conley in the corner, puts it up, doesn't get it to drop. Ewunze to the basket, that's short, gets her own rebound and powers her way inside, and Ewunze not stopping working underneath the basket.
Yeah, I mean, she's really just an unstoppable force, but credit to those ARU defenders who just held their stance.
And Goddard comes up with the steal for the Cavaliers. London going to the basket. Ewunze going for the rebound. Hassoun getting a hand on it.
We've just seen back-to-back possessions there with Chinwe Ewunze literally just springing up. She's such an athletic player.
So Cavaliers on the baseline. Pass into Karumba-Roberts. And whistle on the play. So that's the first team foul against AIU.
But what I like about AIU out there at the moment, I mean, obviously that first quarter, they committed 6 fouls. You can definitely see them out there now, especially when Cavs have the ball inside. They're making that extra effort to just hold their stance and not reach in. Obviously that one there, that was a bit unlucky because maybe I can't remember who the foul was on. Whoever it was on, they just were a little bit late to get their hands up. But you can still see them just there, literally arms straight up. And that's what the defense that you're going to have to play against these guys.
Yeah, it definitely is. So Karumba Roberts at the foul line. Gets the roll on the first. Playing in her first season for the London Cavaliers. Another player with WBBL experience, having previously played for the Brixton Topcats alongside her teammate Teresa Jackson. And played for Barking Abbey previously, as she goes 2 of 2 from the line, and it's a 1-point game. Gray. Zaffaroni calling for it. Zaffaroni stepping inside, can't get it to go. Karumba Roberts to Ewunze. London with a chance to take the lead on this possession as Jackson looks to get the ball inside. Mooney has it. Mooney, and a tough stance on defense there for Anglia Ruskin as the travel is called.
Yeah, I think Mooney there just trying to look to draw that foul. But it appears that ARU actually switched into a zone, which is interesting, so we'll see how effective that is.
Gray, round to Freeman. Freeman puts up a 3, skims the rim, and it will be London possession.
Yeah, the momentum feels so kind of like it's swung towards the London Cavs out there at the moment. ARU, they are still getting the shots that they want, but maybe they're just not sinking.
Ewunze, round to Goddard, back to Ewunze. Goddard. Ewunze on the baseline, kicks it out. Goddard scoops it up, can't get the roll. Mooney's there for the rebound, and a big offensive rebound for Santi Mooney. London not able to finish on the shot, but a foul called, and you see there, Tilly Goddard, she just hustles after every single play.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she saw that ball coming towards her. She's going after it. But that is actually the 3rd foul on Elizabeth Neri now. So maybe Tor Freeman might look to get her off in a play that definitely wants and needs, especially towards the end of this game.
As Mooney, shot doesn't drop. It's a 1-point ARU lead. Gray. Zaffaroni in the corner. Shot doesn't drop, but a big offensive board from Neri. Freeman back to Zaffaroni. They'll try again off the back of the rim. ARU doing a fantastic job on the offensive boards today. As Gray needs some help, but it'll be a step out of bounds, and you can see the pressure there from the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job to get that first look off. Obviously, off the offensive rebound, struggled to get that ball out, but the London defense really stepped it up in this second quarter, just forcing that 3-second violation.
So London here, a chance to go ahead as Ewunze has it. Goddard, back to Ewunze. Nine seconds on the shot clock. Mooney. Mooney lines it up, won't go. And a foul on the play. And that'll be the first against the Cavaliers. Gray will take it from the sideline, so it's the first foul against Jackson for London. And we'll see Janice Monacana check into the game as Tilly Goddard heads to the bench. Gray to Freeman, Zaffaroni. Zaffaroni on the baseline, fading away. Oh, a tough shot from Zaffaroni.
Yeah, Zaffaroni, such a tough shot there from them.
And London able to answer, and Janice Monacana.
Yeah, instant impact off the bench as soon as she's come back on. Just to elevate that scoring.
Zaffaroni driving to the basket, that's short. And Jackson met in the air. Freeman with a huge defensive play there.
Oh, was that a block? Because Inception, just look at this, just leaps into the air, just snatches it out of the air.
I think it's a blockception. That's huge from Tia Freeman.
And yeah, that's just the impact that she has. You know, it doesn't matter what aspect of the game it is, no matter what end of the floor she's on.
So 21 all here in the first half, just over 6 minutes to play. Zaffaroni over to Freeman. Freeman has space. Shots off, but that's a great screen there. You see Carolina Maximovienia into the game, setting that screen, giving the space for that three-point shot.
Yeah, and that's the shot that they want as well.
Jackson calling for it from outside. Doesn't go, but an offensive rebound for London.
Yeah, it looked like Freeman actually might have got a hand on that one as well.
Mooney fading away. As ball's chased down, it's Anglia Ruskin possession.
I'm loving the ARU zone out there at the moment. They're just all on the same page. It just looks so good.
It's textbook, isn't it?
It really is.
The shot doesn't drop for York. London with a chance to take the lead. They have not led so far in the first 14.5 minutes. Mooney, Karumba Roberts into Monacana. Double team comes straight away. And Jackson with a running float into the basket will give London the lead.
So I mean, obviously this is giving the Cavs the only like one possession lead, but it'll be interesting to see if the ARU decide to stay in this zone at the moment.
Freeman. Gray to the basket. And shots off to the left. Mooney with another rebound, and Santi Mooney has been such a strong rebounder for this Cavaliers team. As Anglia Ruskin come up with the ball. Freeman, Zaffaroni calling for it. Zaffaroni has the time and space, doesn't drop, but you can't leave them that open.
No, you definitely can't, because that is a shot that they're going to start to hit.
Karumba Roberts, ball's deflected. And Freeman, Tia Freeman is putting her body on the line for Anglia Ruskin today. I mean, she does all season long. Freeman stepping through, has space, and again, you saw it early on in the first quarter, but Anglia Ruskin, they're able to get to the basket, almost like London aren't dropping back far enough.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on that one, obviously she's just able to get past it one day, just has that length in her stride.
And Janice Monacana sinks the triple. London with a 3-point lead, and we've got a timeout called. And London here in the second quarter is a 12-4 run. So they've really turned things around.
Yeah, they have. I mean, we saw them switch into this 1-3-1 zone. It was effective for kind of a minute, but the problem is with this London Cavs side is they can shoot. Like, obviously, when we're in a zone, or when they're in a zone, they are looking to kind of stop that inside force, but then you've got that problem of they're not closing out, because basically every time Janice Monacana gets it inside, we see two players collapsing. Even the third person starts to kind of step towards. We saw on the possession before, there was two people wide open on the three-point line. And obviously Janice Monacana hit that one then, but head coach Tor Freeman obviously has got some decisions to make now, because Janice Monacana, whether it's inside, whether it's outside, she's gonna be a presence and she's gonna be a force. So it'll be interesting what defense they come out in.
And this is why, I mean, people that have seen Janice Monacana play over the years, but yeah, she's a problem. She can shoot from outside. She powers away inside. You see the triple team, you see the double team. And it's like, okay, well, we'll go out to her. Or, okay, then she'll drive inside. She's so difficult to guard, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is. And, I mean, whatever defense ARU decide on now, we know that Janice Monacana is going to get doubled every single time.
So teams coming back out onto the court. And it's Monacana leading away with 12 points personal, leading all scorers. And Abby Connolly with 8 points for Anglia Ruskin. So a 3-point London lead, and Freeman doesn't get it to drop, but gets her own rebound, spins to the basket, and an offensive foul is called.
That's a great job there from Karumba Roberts, just holding her stance. I mean, Tia Freeman completely unguarded, got that rebound, just holding her stance, and it's a really difficult thing to do for some players. Obviously, you don't want that contact because Tia Freeman came out with some force. It's really tempting to kind of just flinch, but
or shuffle your feet, isn't it? It's such a skill to be able to stand your ground. As Parker hands over to York. Oh, what a read from Jackson. Nearly came up with the steal, but Gray calling for him outside. As Monacana lines it up, that's short. Ball's bouncing about. Mooney has the offensive rebound. Monacana steps through, not that time.
Yeah, I mean, the Cavs are getting really good looks at the moment. Definitely look so much more settled into the game in comparison to that first.
And a fantastic cut there from Parker to the basket. Cuts the lead down to 1.
Yeah, Parker back into the game. You can just see her impact out there on the floor.
And Parker on those 2 fouls, so sat a little bit earlier on, but you're right, the impact that she's had today and all season long. 4 rebounds along with 3 points as York has the ball. And Parker again inside, back-to-back buckets for Faye Parker. She's parked herself under the basket and she's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, she has a great cut inside there. Looks like Monacana tried to get a hand on it, but still able to finish.
And Parker with that height advantage out there against Monacana at 6'4", as Freeman knocks the ball out of bounds. Anglia Ruskin with a 1-point lead, as we'll see Abby Conley check into the game, and Katie York heads to the bench. London ball. We'll see Chinwe Wednesday back out on court, and Parker again standing her ground under the basket.
Yeah, that is a great stance there. Just to force the miss from Monacana.
1-point AIU lead. We've got just under 2 minutes to play. Zaffaroni, 3's up. Off the back iron, Parker with the offensive board. Gray and gets the whistle, so Vicky Gray will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Vicky Gray playing in her 2nd season for Anglia Ruskin. Been averaging 12.3 points a game so far this year. Gets the first. Gray spent some time playing in the Cayman Islands, and a few years ago in the 2023-24 season had a massive 41-point, 10-rebound game.
Wow, that is a stat line now.
As she gives Anglia Ruskin a 3-point lead. Jackson. Ewunze blocked by Parker.
Parker's been just such a presence on the inside. As soon as she's come back on, every time the Cavs go in to drive, she's just got a hand on it.
And Zaffaroni all the way to the basket. They're up to 9 points personal, leading Anglia Ruskin, and extends the lead up to 5. As Monacana gets the whistle, and Janice Monacana will go to the line.
And let's see who the foul's on that time. And yeah, it will be on Parker.
So that's the 3rd personal foul on Faye Parker, and that's a tough position for Anglia Ruskin. We've just spoken about, for the past 5 minutes, how impactful she's been there. So she's going to have to head to the bench here, because you don't want to pick up anything quickly with a minute and 7 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, as soon as she's come back on, every time she's inside, you can just see the way the Cavs have had to adjust when she's come on, because she has such a lengthy wingspan. And she has that height advantage over all of them. Every time she's driving, she is able to get a hand on it. Even if she can't get a hand on it, it's kind of that mental thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to have to do that, give that extra reach. I'm going to have to give it that extra spin just to get it in.
Because you know she's coming for you. And she's a plus 14 in a game that Anglia Ruskin are up by 3 now, but 4 at the time.
Yeah, and you can certainly see why.
Zaffaroni gets the ball over the halfway line. Freeman, back to Zaffaroni. Zafroni spinning, double team comes, passes out, Gray's there, 5 seconds, Gray on the baseline. And Vicky Gray continues to pour in the points for Anglia Ruskin, and what a catch there from Goddard. Able to finish as Gray gets the ball over the halfway line, but it will be a step out of bounds, so the Cavaliers will have the ball back.
Yeah, great pressure there from Iwunze just to force that turnover.
So a 5-point Anglia Ruskin lead. 8-second difference between the shot and game clock here. As Jackson into Monacana. Iwunze calling for it. Round to Jackson. Jackson will take it. And last touch, London. So Anglia Ruskin with 14.2 seconds can hold for the last shot of the half.
Yeah, and there's that defensive pressure by Tilly Goddard there, as we were speaking about earlier.
Gray stepping through, can't get it to go. 3 seconds here. Goddard will need to put it up. She does at the buzzer, won't go. So at the end of the first half, it's a 5-point Anglia Ruskin lead, 33-28 over the London Cavaliers. Anglia Ruskin with that 5-point lead at the end of the first quarter. It was a 14-all quarter here in the second. London finding their rhythm a bit, but this is a battle between these two teams.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I mean, if you saw the games that they played against each other in season, regular season, probably would have thought this would be the result. But ARU haven't faced the Cavs with a full strength squad, so it's been a great matchup so far. Been a proper final, hasn't it? I mean, this is what you want in a final. Two teams really going at it. They're really evenly matched. We spoke about before the game that they're two teams that play different styles of basketball, and we've certainly seen that out there today. You know, it's been kind of when one team or when ARU has been playing their game, the Cavs have kind of struggled because they can't really play into their hands. When the pendulum's been swung the other way, when the Cavs have been settled into their game, ARU have struggled. So it's been really interesting, the contrast of the two teams and their play styles.
It really is, isn't it? And I think you find that, especially when you have two teams that play quite differently. So if we take a look at the stats here, so leading the way for Anglia Ruskin, it has been Ilaria Zapparoni, 9 points personal, along with a rebound, and Abby Conley adding in 8 points and a rebound. Faye Parker, though, 5 points, 6 rebounds, a plus 16 in a 5-point game. And for anybody that might not know, when we're saying a plus 16, the plus-minus figure on the stats column is how much better off your team is with you on the floor. So with Faye Parker on the floor, Anglia Ruskin are 16 points better off. And that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, but the amount of times where she's just held her stance, which has just forced them to change it, which has forced the Cavs players to change direction or forced them to, as I said before, just adjust their shots to go up against her. It's just been a real defensive masterclass, really.
It really has, and we can see there Faye Parker with those 2 blocks and leading the way for London Cavaliers. Janice Monacana leading all scorers so far today. 14 points for Monacana, along with 2 rebounds. She's hit 2 shots from outside the 3-point line, and as we said, you know, she's a force inside, but she is a shooter as well.
Yeah, she is. That's why it makes it so difficult to defend. We've seen her drive inside and draw those fouls and finish through 2, sometimes even 3 defenders. But then, yeah, she's wide open. She's going to settle on the outside shot and she's going to sink them, as we've seen.
And something that really stands out to me here, Isha, so 10 points in the paint for London, 18 points in the paint for Anglia Ruskin. For Anglia Ruskin, they've been averaging 24.1 points in the paint so far this season. I mean, they're nearly surpassing that as we go into the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they have been able to find that shot inside, which is also, we spoke about, is why they're also kind of a difficult team to play. If they can't get a 3-point shot, they will settle into the offense, zip the ball around and find them inside. We've seen some great cuts from Parker and some other players as well. We've seen them settle on like a mid-range jumper a few times as well, which has been really good. But it's interesting that the Cavs have actually had 12 free throws, whereas ARU've only had 6, but that's more because when the Cavs have found their way inside, they've been able to draw the foul, so it's not necessarily show up as a point in the paint.
And Mashkarumba Roberts and Janice Monacana drawing 8 fouls between them. So that certainly adds into how they found their way at the foul line. So coming out of the half-time break, what do you want to see London change up a little bit?
I want to see them continue to be aggressive, like they were in that short little stint, especially at the start of that second quarter. Then they were being aggressive and getting inside. When they got inside, they were drawing the foul. Or even when they weren't drawing the foul, they were getting off good shots. And that's the style of basketball. That's their brand of basketball that we see them play. Defensively, I mean, I don't know what their style of defense is, but it feels like a lot of the times, especially when ARU are getting past their defender, it feels like maybe the help isn't there, or it isn't that person coming across to contest it, especially when they get beat. So maybe that's miscommunication. Whatever it is, though, I feel like, especially when they're inside, the help probably needs to come a little bit earlier.
And for Anglia Ruskin, again, a case of keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Yeah, definitely. Just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they are still committing quite a few fouls, but their stance has been a lot better, especially compared to that first quarter. You can see them now, they're really making an extra effort to keep their hands up and not be tempted to bring it down.
So we're going to take a quick break for half-time. We'll be back with you in around 8 minutes' time, but keep it locked to the Basketball England YouTube channel. there. 5 seconds, Gray on the baseline. And Vicky Gray continues to pour in the points for Anglia. Balls up and we're underway. The Division 1 playoff final. Monacana spinning to the basket, banks it in.
Yeah, and already we've seen the ARU defense tailor towards having Janice Monacana.
To the basket, that short gets her own rebound and powers her way inside. And Eunze, no. Zaffaroni on the baseline, fading away. Oh, a tough shot from Zaffaroni. And Jackson met in the air. Freeman with a huge defensive play there. And Jackson with the running floater to the basket will give London the lead. Freeman stepping through, has space, and again.
Definitely looks so much more settled into the game in comparison to that first.
And a fantastic cut there from Parker to the basket. Has the ball. And Parker again inside, back-to-back buckets for Faye Parker.
Every time the Cavs go in to drive, she's just got a hand on it.
And Zaffaroni all the way to the basket. They're up to 9 points personal, leading Anglia Ruskin. And he's there, 5 seconds, Gray on the baseline. And Vicky Gray continues to pour in the points for Anglia Ruskin. Balls up and we're underway. The Division 1 playoff final.
Hello and welcome back. We're live at the National Basketball Performance Centre and we've got great WNBL D1 playoff final action going on between ARU and the London Cavs. ARU are currently up 33-28. We're about to start the third quarter. It's going to be a really good second half action and the players are just coming out now. I'm Ishanai, I'm here alongside Kaz Bullock And we've got a game on our hands, haven't we, Cos?
We have. This is what we want in the Division 1 final. It's been an absolutely thrilling first half, 33-28. Anglia Ruskin lead over the London Cavaliers. So what a second half we're going to have on our hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's already been such an exciting game. Really good matchup. This is exactly what we want in a playoff final. And maybe a matchup that people thought this might not have been the score, you know. These two teams, when they face each other in the regular season, you've never had a full-strength team, so.
Yeah, met 3 times, haven't they? Twice in the league and once in the National Cup early rounds as we're underway for the third quarter. And Zaffaroni from outside, picks up where they left off in the first half. And they're now up to 12 points personal. What a start there for ARU.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to open the second half. Really just setting the tone for the rest of the quarter.
Jackson. Karumba Roberts. And ball's knocked away. Freeman has it. Conley going to the basket. Doesn't get it to go. And a big rebound there from Karumba Roberts. As ball's kicked and it will be ARU possession. A big thank you to everybody watching live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Coming up at 4 o'clock after this game, it's the men's Division 1 final between the Solent Kestrels and Worcester Wolves. Freeman off the rim, Goddard with the rebound. Goddard stops and doesn't get it to fall. That's a nice look though from Goddard with that floater. As Gray's pressured, Zaffaroni into Parker. What a pass and what a finish there. And ARU up 10.
What a play by ARU there. I mean, ball movement was just perfect. Everyone was on exactly the same page. And they say the ball's the quickest way. I mean, pass to pass is the quickest way to move the ball around the court. And they've just shown that right there.
Jackson puts up the 3 shots in and out. Monacana with the rebound, cleaning up the glass.
Yeah, Janice Monacana doing Janice Monacana things. When she gets that ball inside, you know it's probably going to end in a score.
And Monacana now up to 16 points as the Cavaliers whistled for the foul. Monacana will pick up her first foul. Zaffaroni against Ewunze. And ball goes out of bounds. A good stance there from Ewunze.
Yeah, I think they just slipped there, maybe. Hopefully, all okay.
8-point Anglia Ruskin lead. Ewunze to Goddard. Jackson. There's a big block there from Anglia Ruskin. There's Gray driving to the basket. Oh, what a shot from Vicky Gray.
Yeah, that is a tough finish. I mean, the defense did not make that easy, but she was able to finish even through all that contact.
Karumba Roberts thought about it, drives inside, draws the foul, and that's the 6th foul that Mash Karumba Roberts has drawn. Gets herself to the free throw line. She's currently 8 of 8 so far today.
Yeah, I mean, really just showing off her experience there. Every time she goes in, she's going in nice and strong, being aggressive, and that is actually the 4th foul on Faye Parker. That is a big blow for ARU.
That really is, and with 7:34 to play in the third quarter, Parker will head to the bench.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke just before the end of the quarter what impact she had on this game. I mean, she's currently plus 16, which means ARU in a game that is a 9-point game, she's plus 16. Just goes to show her impact on the game. And if we're being honest, it's just going to make the London Cavs' job a lot easier inside now without the presence of her.
And let's look to see if they can take advantage of that, as it will be Elizabeth Neri that checks in Parker's place, but Neri also on 3 fouls, so something that the ARU will need to be a little bit careful about.
Yeah, I mean, those two are really there biggest inside presences. So
the Twin Towers inside, aren't they?
yeah.
As Conley and foul on the shot, so Conley will go to the line. Looked like Ewunze just got caught in the face there on that play, so looks like she'll just get checked out. Hope she's doing okay. And yeah, Ewunze will just get treated on the sideline. And foul will go against Karumba Roberts for the Cavaliers.
And hopefully she's all okay, but that is another big blow for the London Cavs. Referee's timeout.
They need a blood kit on the floor just to clean up any blood. So it looks like Ewunze's got caught in the nose. There might be a little bit of blood on the floor. So they're just going to have a stoppage here just to make sure the court's clean and everybody's, you know, there's no nothing on the floor. But Ewunze 6 rebounds, 2 of them offensive for London, along with 4 points and a steal. So you are right. That's a tough blow for London if she has to sit for some time, because again she's been so impactful all season long, named to the Division 1 Team of the Year, the British Team of the Year, alongside Janice Monacana as well, the 2 of them really representing the Cavaliers in the awards at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I mean her impact is just on both ends as well is huge. Defensively, she's such a force, just such an athletic player. I mean, there's probably loads of tips as well that she's had that don't necessarily show up on that stat sheet. But hopefully all okay with her, and hopefully we see her come back out on the floor today.
Yeah, definitely. Always one of the most exciting and electric players to watch in Division 1, I find. And just she bounces about everywhere. She's always going for those rebounds. There might be 3 players, 4 players, but nope, Chinwe's gonna jump up and be like, I'll have that, thanks guys.
Yeah, she really does. She actually just springs up as well, because she is very undersized, especially in comparison to this ARU team. Actually, we haven't spoken about all game. This ARU team, in comparison to pretty much every team in WNBL1, they really just tower over people.
They do, don't they? And they really take advantage of that. They certainly use that to their advantage. And like we said, you know, Neri and Parker inside make it really difficult for teams to get into the paint and to get the shots that they want. So teams back out on the floor. And it is 2 shots here for Abby Conley at the line for Anglia Ruskin. Conley had 7 20-point or more games so far this season for Anglia Ruskin. 5 double-doubles. 3rd in Division 1 in made 3-pointers. And leaves the free throw short, but it's a 10-point Anglia Ruskin lead. Jackson. And Monacana to the basket.
Yeah, textbook. Great fighting inside there. That is the look that she wants every time.
And Freeman, whistle on the shot, and Tia Freeman just bounces back up again. She was high in the air.
Yeah, she was. I mean, we spoke just before half-time as well about wanting the London Cavs to kind of be more of a presence on the inside, especially when the Cavs, when ARU were going to the basket, and we've definitely seen that so far in this quarter.
As Freeman hits the first, Tia Freeman leads the league in fouls drawn, and she's been 2nd in made free throws this season, so she really capitalizes when she does get to the foul line. That's my fault. Apologies, commentators curse.
Yeah, very much.
And it will be Anglia Ruskin possession from the baseline. Zaffaroni. Freeman. Back to Zaffaroni. Turns, fires, hits from outside! Ilaria Zaffaroni, go off and have yourself a game. 15 points here. And it's a 12-point lead for Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, great stance from Neri there, just to absorb the contact from Karumba Roberts, forcing that miss.
Zaffaroni, round to Freeman. Conley driving to the basket, out to Gray. Gray calling for it. Back-to-back threes for Anglia Ruskin. And it's raining threes in Manchester here in the Division 1 playoff final. Anglia Ruskin with their biggest lead of the game so far.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, it might not be raining outside, but as I said, certainly raining threes in this building. ARU really just settling into their game, doing what ARU do best. Back-to-back threes, and that is like a dagger really for the Cavs. You know, 6 points just like that, and just like that, the game 15 points. Head coach Robbie Connell obviously understandably calling a timeout after that.
And we spoke about how London could try and capitalise with Faye Parker on the bench. But Anglia Ruskin have certainly offensively been able to adapt to that. And obviously Chinwe Owunse on the bench at the moment for London. So a bit of a swing here in the third quarter. I mean, we've seen the runs. The first quarter, it was the Anglia Ruskin run. The second, the London Cavaliers. It swung back Anglia Ruskin's way. Yeah, it has. And as we know, basketball is a game of run. ARU back on their run. We saw head coach Robbie Connell do this in the first quarter as well. You know, when ARU got off to a good start, just call a timeout, just to regroup, just to calm the team down a little bit. And hopefully that'll have the same effect on them now. So we'll see what the Cavs have to offer on this possession. So Jamela Sampson will inbound for the Cavaliers. Some work to do for London here in the third quarter. And Zafroni dives in for the steal, just takes the ball away. Freeman to Gray. Back to Freeman, swings it round, Zafroni. Freeman, Gray has space, too much space for Vicky Gray. She's gonna make you pay. And Vicky Gray putting on a show here in Manchester. She's up to 15 points.
Yeah, I mean, threes just keep dropping for ARU.
Deep three doesn't drop for the Cavaliers. And Anglia Ruskin back down the floor. Gray. Pass to Neri and will go out of bounds. And a substitution will see Santi Mooney back out on court as Mash Karumba-Roberts goes to the bench. 5:33 to play here in the third quarter, as London looking to chip into this lead. Jackson to Monacana, and foul will be called, so a technical foul will go against Monacana. So it'll be one free throw to come here. So foul goes against Zaffaroni on the court on the defensive possession, and then a technical foul for the reaction afterwards against Monacana. So it'll be a free throw here for Anglia Ruskin. So that foul will put Monacana on 3 fouls. Oh, they've changed the call here. So they've changed the call to an unsportsmanlike foul. And an unsportsmanlike will be 2 free throws and possession.
So I'm assuming they'll do the technical foul free throw first, then swing it back to the Cavs side.
So Zafroni at the line will take the foul shot. And this could be a big swing here for Anglia Ruskin, a team that are already, you know, it's been an 18-5 run here in the third quarter, and that's going to give them extra shots and possession. So Zafroni at the line. Hits the free throw. We'll have another to come. So 2 of 2 from the line. Zaffaroni up to 17 points personal now, and it will be Anglia Ruskin possession. So the technical was initially changed to an unsportsmanlike foul. And that has given Anglia Ruskin a 20-point lead here in the third quarter as Conley shot doesn't drop. And what a rebound there from Neri. A massive offensive rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Tilly Goddard was on her trying to box her out, but that's not enough. She's just able to power through and still get the ball.
So a foul goes against Goddard for the Cavaliers, and that puts the Cavaliers now on 5 team fouls for the rest of the quarter. 5:14 to play. So Elizabeth Neri at the foul line for Anglia Ruskin. Neri playing in her second season for ARU. 4th in total offensive rebounds this season in Division 1 with 61 across the course of the season. As she doesn't get it to go, Mooney with the rebound. Jackson. Jackson passing to Monacana. Monacana triple teamed again, steps back out to put in the long 2. And a big play there from Monacana.
Yeah, Janice Monacana, just get it done from anywhere.
Freeman, ball's knocked away. Mooney saves it. Great hustle from Santi Mooney. As London back down the floor, Jackson. Jackson all the way to the hole, doesn't get it to fall.
I mean, that's a good look. It looks like ARU back in that 1-3-1. And the Cavs just able to find their way to the basket now.
Conley. And ball's knocked out of bounds again. That is Tilly Goddard being pesky, being annoying on defense. She's annoying if you're playing against her. If she's on your team, you'll love it.
Yeah, definitely. Real impact player.
And it's all those little bits, isn't it? Like Goddard does such a good job off the ball, just doing all those little extra bits, those extra plays that just add up and really help your team win.
Yeah, exactly. It might not necessarily show up on the score sheet, but if you watch the game, you can just see her impact that she has, and she's been so impactful this game.
As Monacana again double, but puts it in off the glass. And Monacana now up to 22 points personal. Conley finds a path and stripped by Monacana.
Yeah, it's good hands that, just to force the turnover and not foul.
Jackson, and foul on the floor, so that'll be ARU's 3rd foul. And a technical foul's just been called.
Yeah, technical foul on head coach Robbie Connell.
So that's going to be another shot at the foul line here for Anglia Ruskin. And for London here, they need to try and make sure this doesn't get too far away from them in this 3rd quarter, as it will be Conley shooting the technical free throw. And gets it to go, so extends the lead here in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see Shinwe Owunze back out on the floor here for London. And it will be sideline ball for the Cavaliers. Ball's knocked away by Neri. And London go again from the sideline, and plays like that again each, aren't they? They're just disruptive. They force the offense to have to reset.
Yeah, exactly. And just shaving a little bit of time off the clock as well.
Mooney under the basket, lays it in.
I mean, even though it does feel as if the momentum is with ARU, the Cavs are still slowly, chipping away at that lead. They are still finding their way to the basket and getting those scores.
Madaloni, 3's up, too strong. Monacana with the rebounds. Yeah, and if you're London, it's just a case of, isn't it, try and cut it to that 10-point mark, as a big block there from Gray, but Monacana gets her own rebound, runs into traffic. Gray to Conley. Conley going baseline, has space for the reverse. And again, Anglia Ruskin have been really able to take advantage of that, either the cut to the basket or that baseline drive.
Yeah, and they're just reading what's in front of them. And on that one, obviously the right thing to do, just going deep in their bag to finally get their way to the basket.
As Madaloni finds Neri. Conley, not that time. Madaloni skies in for the rebound, gets ARU another chance, and Gray will take it to the basket, blocked. Well, a foul on that shot. That's against Monacana, so that's Monacana's 4th foul. So she'll have to head to the bench. And we'll see Ellen Trelan into the game for the first time for London. And It will be free throws here for Vicky Gray. Gray with 15 points so far today for Anglia Ruskin, along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Takes herself up to 16 points. Played in the Guernsey International Games where she won a silver medal representing the Cayman Islands. And takes the lead up to 19 in the third quarter here for Anglia Ruskin. Ewunze, too strong, gets her own rebound. And 2 free throws here for Chinwe Ewunze and the London Cavaliers. And a huge run here for Anglia Ruskin, 25-11 this third quarter. That's been AIU's highest scoring quarter of the game so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've really just come out of this third and they just upped the intensity even more. They did such a good job in the first half of kind of just playing their game. You know, they had some really good offenses. They were up coming into the second half, and they've really just continued to up the intensity. You know, they came out strong, they came out hard, and the Cavs just couldn't keep up with it. I mean, obviously the score is now 18. Sorry, apologies. Now 17. AIU have the 17-point lead, but the Cavs, they just don't want to let it get any further. They don't want AIU to get any further away because time is ticking down. So they're going to need a few stops here before the end of the quarter, and they're going to need a few scores as well.
Zaffaroni over to Freeman. 8 seconds on the clock. Zaffaroni turns, fires, hits! Ilaria Zaffaroni, a 20-piece here in the third quarter as Mooney dives in for the rebound. And a foul over the basket. Zaffaroni has just been lights out today.
Yeah, they've been absolutely outstanding. What a performance, really putting a shift. And we're not even, the game's not even finished yet. We have another 10 minutes of basketball to play. But I mean, they're currently on 20 points.
And that is huge, 20 points.
And 50,
yeah, 50% shooting from the 2-point range. So Mooney at the foul line here for the Cavaliers. Second short, ball's tipped. Madaloni has it. Zaffaroni over to Freeman. Freeman spins, what a move to the basket, gets her own rebound. And it's Ewunze down the floor, has Goddard up ahead, blocked by Zaffaroni. Doing a bit of everything out there on the court for Anglia Ruskin. Freeman. Zaffaroni. Good ball movement here from AIU. A deep 3 from Freeman. Hits it all away from Cambridge. And the biggest lead of the game so far for Anglia Ruskin at 23 points.
Yeah, I mean, the threes just keep flying in at the moment. Tia Freeman, as he said, from ages away.
Trelan under the basket, can't get it to go. Final minute of the third quarter. 12 made threes for Anglia Ruskin today. Conley can't get that one to drop. And Jackson looking to create something for for London here. And you can just see the defense for Anglia Ruskin. It's stifling.
It really is. Like, I mean, you can just tell they're all on the exact same page. They really just move as a unit. And that's what you need when you play defense, because all it takes is one miscommunication or one mishap and the whole thing falls apart. But that's rarely happened today.
Zaffaroni swings it round. It's intercepted by Jackson. 10 seconds in the third. Jackson to Goddard. Goddard under the basket. And that will be a foul call, so 2 free throws to come. Tilly Goddard will go to the foul line. Fouls on Madaloni her first, and a substitution as Cleo Lewis-Gale takes to the floor, and Elizabeth Nerry will go to the bench. And that looked like it was on the scoreboard. We've got here a foul against Madaloni and Gray, but obviously it's only going to be on one player, as Goddard doesn't get the first free throw to fall. Goddard, in her first season for the London Cavaliers, came up through the Itchen College WEABL program. She can't get the second. Freeman, 5 seconds. Freeman, 3 seconds. Over to Zaffaroni. Zaffaroni at the buzzer. Won't drop. And at the end of the third quarter, it's a 64-41 lead for Anglia Ruskin over the London Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, ARU, Anglia Ruskin University, they just came out from that half-time break and they just went offline. I mean, they scored 31 points in that quarter. That is a huge volume amount of scoring, and we can see why. They've hit some really big three-pointers out there right now. They've been able to get to the basket. They've just got it done everywhere, really. And then they've also got it done on the defensive end, you know, forcing London to miss those shots. That was London's lowest scoring quarter of the game so far, just at 13 points. And credit to ARU's defense. They really just dug in deep, and all the things that they were doing not so well in, can't even speak anymore, guys. Yeah, all the things that they weren't doing so well in that first half, they really improved it. And coming into this third quarter now, as we said, the defense just moves as a unit. They're all doing everything right. They fouled a lot less in that quarter than they have in the previous ones. You can see them really holding their stance, you know, making all those extra little adjustments, and then the score for that quarter just says it all. You know, they won that quarter by 18 points, whereas the other one, I mean, first quarter they only won it by 5, second quarter it was a draw, so real credit to them for just shutting this Cavs side down, really.
And this is a London Cavaliers team that have been averaging over 76 points a game and being held to 41 here in the third quarter. And for Anglia Ruskin, they've been averaging just over 69 points a game, so they've kind of switched their identities here, and that Anglia Ruskin are becoming the really high-scoring team.
Yeah, they definitely have. And I mean, the amount of threes that they've been hitting is no surprise.
11 made threes for, 9 threes for Anglia Ruskin so far. 10 more minutes to play in the Division 1 playoff final. Can the third-seeded Anglia Ruskin upset the top-seed London Cavaliers as Makoka to the basket, straight off the bench and onto the floor.
Yeah, great take there.
Zaffaroni into the corner. Hassoun back to Zaffaroni. Hassoun, 3, doesn't go. Jackson. And a whistle on the play, so that's a travel call, and you can see there, it's the Anglia Ruskin defense. They stand, they make a wall, and they force you to either have to try and back the ball out, or you get caught kind of running into that.
Yeah, and I mean, in that first quarter, they got caught a lot for not doing that, you know, when they weren't holding their stance on defense. So they picked up a lot of the fouls, but something they've really improved on in this second half.
Monacano lines up a 3, not that time, but Freeman's there for the rebound. As AAU will take it back down the floor. And a foul. Foul goes against London. It'll be Anglia Ruskin possession. That's Ewunze's 3rd foul for London. Zaffaroni puts it up and puts it in! Zaffaroni on fire here in Manchester. 4 made threes, extends the lead for Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, I mean, Ilaria and Zaffaroni, they really took their time on that one, thought about it, set up the shot, and I mean, the Cavs just gave them the space, really. And if you're going to give them the space, they're going to shoot it.
10 threes now for Anglia Ruskin on the day as Monacana goes to the basket. Freeman back to Zaffaroni. Hassoun. Conley to Freeman. Zaffaroni pass inside is broken up. Makoka comes up with it, and Karumba Roberts will get it over the halfway line. Mash Karumba Roberts to the basket, gets the whistle.
Final score, 2 shots to go.
2 free throws for London, and you know they have got some work to do. You want to chip into this lead, get to the foul line, take it possession by possession, but you're going to have to do it quickly because with just less than 10 minutes here, you need to get some points on the board quickly.
Yeah, they really do, and especially after that previous quarter, you know, ARU win it by 18 points. They're going to have to dig deep and find those scores quickly. They're going to have to be on the same page.
And for Anglia Ruskin, they're a team that can use the clock here. As we said before the game, they're a really tough defensive team, really make it difficult for any of their opponents.
Yeah, they do. And the defense has been really like a masterclass, especially in the second half. Really worked on that and improved it.
Conley over to Freeman. Zaffaroni calling for it. Zaffaroni keeps the ball alive. Good recovery there as Conley. Three's no good that time. And the Cavaliers back on the attack. Monacana, Makoka. Ewunze has space for 3. It's off the back rim. And Ewunze comes up with the interception. Karumba Roberts. And again, Zaffaroni just making a stance there. Did a really fantastic job to not reach for the foul and able to take that contact because you know it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3-on-1 there. 3 Cavs players against Zaffaroni, but they just did, as I said, they just did such a great job holding the stance.
And that's foul number 4 on Chinwe Ewunze for London. 7:28 to play here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and if the Cavs want to bring this back, I mean, possessions like that one just then, they're going to have to be converting those.
Hasood. Faye Parker back out on court for Anglia Ruskin. Freeman. Parker. Parker puts it up. Not that time. A 22-point lead for Anglia Ruskin here in the 4th quarter. London looking to cut into this deficit. Monacana. Karumba Roberts on the baseline. Short jumper won't go. As Freeman grabs her 12th rebound of the game. Tia Freeman looking at a double-double along with 8 points. Gets the ball into Parker. Parker turns and fires. That's too strong. And it'll be a step out of bounds. Last touch London. So Bulls with ARU.
Yeah, the Cavs are going to have to they're going to have to start getting some stops here, and also going to have to start capsizing off these stops.
Soon into Gray. Gray swarmed by the London defense, somehow manages to get the ball outside. And Makoka down the court, stops, pulls up, won't go. And feels like London might be rushing a little bit here because they do need to get some points in. And Zaffaroni with the running floater, 25 points.
Yeah, Larry Zaffaroni cannot be stopped right now. But as you said, yeah, the Cavs at the moment, they just feel like they're rushing their shots a little bit. Yes, there is a time constraint, but we'd rather get a high-quality shot than a rushed one.
Hasoon with a long pass, it's deflected, and Ewunze has it. Ewunze out to Makoka. Three's up, not that time. And Monacana looking for some help to pass out. 7 seconds on the clock. Gray to Parker. Parker lays in 2 more for Anglia Ruskin, and they are rolling here in the second half.
Yeah, understandable timeout call now by head coach Robbie Connell.
A 71-45 lead for Anglia Ruskin over the London Cavaliers, leading all the scorers. Ilaria Zaffaroni, 25 points personal. What a huge game from them. They had a 30-point game earlier this season against Ipswich, but 25 points in the final today.
And there's still 5 minutes to go.
Still time to go.
And they are showing no signs of stopping.
And leading the way for the London Cavaliers, Janice Monacana, 22 points personal, along with 8 rebounds. And it's really been that three-point shooting making the difference. 10 made threes for Anglia Ruskin to just 2 for London. And we know that London aren't a team that take as many three-point shots, but it's that inside game that they like to play with. 42 points in the paint has been London's average this season. They've got 20 so far, so AIU have really done their scout. They've done a good job to close that down and stop London getting those touches inside that they want.
Yeah, it's been a really impressive display from AIU. I mean, as I said, the defense just to shut down that London Cavs inside scoring. It's been a great effort by them. We saw in the first quarter, I know I keep referring back to it, but in the first quarter, it was they fouled a lot. You know, they looked a bit caught off guard by when London were attacking. They did pick up quite a lot of fouls. You know, they had some players in early foul trouble, but since then, you can see that in-game adjustment. They've done a really good job at adjusting that, and I mean, they're only on 1 foul now. At this point in the first quarter, they were on 4. So just says a lot, doesn't it? And real credit to the players just be able to adjust in-game as well. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world.
It's not, is it? Because sometimes, you know, usually you think, okay, we'll see them later on in the season and we'll adjust. But this is the final. It's a one-game series here as Jackson can't get the shot to fall. So to be able to make those adjustments that you need to do in-game is really impressive. And again, shows how well this group worked together. As Zaffaroni, no, that's too much space. Shot rolls off the rim. Parker gets the rebound, but can't hold on to it. You can't give Zaffaroni that much space.
No, you can't.
At all. But head coach Tom Freeman done a really good job with this group, obviously in his first season with Anglia Ruskin as head coach. Previously, coached the Division 1 at Loughborough Riders and the WNBL at Leicester Riders a few years ago. Was named the Young Coach of the Year at the UK Coaching Awards in 2021. And yeah, done a fantastic job with this team.
Yeah, real credit to him. You can see, you can really tell their brand of basketball out there playing.
Ozewunze hustling under the hoop, puts the ball in the basket. Freeman to Gray, Gray lays it in. And Vicky Gray now up to 19 points.
Yeah, I mean, the scores just keep coming in for AIU at the moment. They just cannot be stopped. They're showing no signs of slowing down, and that is how you close the game, you know. They might have the lead, but the game's not over till it's over.
Because Monacana can't hit the 3. Zaffaroni over the halfway line. Hassoon, Zaffaroni gets it back. Great pass over to Parker. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay AIU ball.
Yeah, good hands from Karumba Roberts there. Just to force it out of bounds, but obviously not get the foul.
And a substitution for Anglia Ruskin as Abby Conley comes in and Amelia Hassoon heads to the bench. And Parker banks in 2 more. She's up to 11 points along with 8 rebounds. Anglia Ruskin up to 75 points here in the 4th quarter. Karumba Roberts. Karumba Roberts going baseline. Shot's no good, and Freeman, a hand on the rebound as Zaffaroni comes up with it. And Gray, a clear path to the basket, doesn't drop, but Parker for the rebound. And again, last touch London, so ball stays with AIU.
Yeah, big miscommunication there from that Cavs defense. Really lucky that AIU weren't able to capitalize off that. But she just really went through, just unmatched.
Zaffaroni in the corner, off the rim. Monacana, power into the basket, that's too strong. Ozewunze finds a cutting Karumba Roberts, and Mash Karumba Roberts will go back to the free throw line. And we are 3 minutes and 1 second away from Anglia Ruskin taking the Division 1 playoff final title. Faye Parker will go to the bench for from cheers from the supporters and her team, and Parker with an 11-point, 9-rebound game.
Yeah, she's really put in a shift out there. We saw how strong her defensive presence was, especially in that first half. When she came back, when she subbed back on after taking a rest after committing those 2 fouls, her impact was instant. You could instantly tell her presence inside and how much she deterred those Cavs players away from that paint.
Gray doubled by London, ball's out of bounds, still stays with ARU. And Anglia Ruskin as a programme as well, obviously those back-to-back titles between 2017 and 2019, winning the National Cup in 2020. And they're a programme that are consistently up there in Division 1, aren't they? They're always challenging for silverware. They build a really solid group.
Yeah, they really do.
As ball goes out of bounds, it'll be Cavaliers ball. So coming up after this game at 4 o'clock, it'll be the Division 1 men's final between the Solent Kestrels and the Worcester Wolves. John Hobbs, Andy Kellerman, Louis Weaver will be taking you through that one. So stay tuned to the Basketball England YouTube channel. Right now, out on court, 2.5 minutes away from Anglia Ruskin, taking the Division 1 playoff final championship as Karumba Roberts hits from outside.
Yeah, great shot from her there.
Karumba Roberts up to 16 points. Freeman has space, sinks it from outside. And Tia Freeman with a double-double today. 13 rebounds to go along.
With 7 assists as well.
So that's a near triple-double. She has 11 points. As Karumba Roberts tips the ball, Gray. Gray, long pass down the court. Freeman leaves it short, but Neri's there for the offensive board. And shot spins out for Conley. Jackson against Zaffaroni, high off the glass. And foul goes against Anglia Ruskin. Now put Teresa Jackson at the free throw line. And a substitution here for AIU as Eliza Bartholomew, gets her first minutes of the game, playing in her first season for Anglia Ruskin. Coming out of Coppleston in the WNBL, gets some court time here in the Division 1 final. And we'll see Ellen Chelan back out on the court for the London Cavaliers as Mash Karumba Roberts heads to the bench. Karumba Roberts with 16 points and 9 rebounds along with a steal and 2 assists for London. As first shot spins out for Jackson. One more to come, 1:19 to play. Second's good. It's been a 14 to 12 run here for Anglia Ruskin in the fourth quarter, but it's really been that third quarter where Anglia Ruskin were able to make a difference.
Yeah, they really excelled. I mean, 31 points in the quarter, beating the Cavs by 18. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, she took it off. We'll just see Demi Lewis check into the game. In her first season for the Cavaliers, she's previously played at the under-14 level for the Brent Panthers. And good to see her getting some minutes out on the court.
Yeah, definitely. Great experience to be on this big stage at such a young age as well.
Playing under-18 at Cavaliers this season. As Parker will pick up her... Sorry, foul's on Neri, so that's the 4th foul on Neri. And we'll see Cleo Lewis-Gale into the game as Vicky Gray heads to the bench. And Vicky Gray again, which is from the bench, 19 points, 5 rebounds and 6 assists for Gray. A real huge game there from Vicky Gray for Anglia Ruskin.
Yeah, some really big performances been put out there today from both sides.
As Cholan gets the offensive rebound. Lewis lines it up and sinks it. Demi Lewis for London. A great showing from the young player there as Conley has the ball for ARU. Three doesn't go that time, but Neri with another offensive rebound, and that's been the story of the game for ARU, along with those three-point shots, those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, especially because they're such a high volume shooters of three-pointers. It's always those long rebounds as well. There, it's much harder to box out those players who are all the way outside of that three-point line.
And ARU have possession with time running down here, 16 seconds to play, and they can dribble this one out. But what a game here from Anglia Ruskin in the Division 1 playoff final. And with time running down, Anglia Ruskin take the win, 78-56 over the London Cavaliers, the 3-seeded Anglia Ruskin University. Over the first-seeded London Cavaliers. They are your 2025-26 Division 1 playoff final winners. What a game from Anglia Ruskin from the tip, Isha.
Yeah, I mean, literally as soon as as soon as the jump ball happened, they hit them 2 threes to open the game, and since then it just went up and up and up. They had maybe a little bit of a slower kind of input in the game that second quarter, but really when they came out after that half time, 31 points in that third quarter, that really was what made the difference. They won that first quarter 19-14. The second quarter was a draw. They really excelled, got them 31 points, restricted the London Cavs to 13, and that final quarter, the Cavs did actually win it by 1. But
that third quarter was really the turning point, wasn't it? Like you say, 31 points is huge.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, to put up that many and also restrict your opponents to only 13, real credit to those players out there. We saw them adjust their defense on the fly. Offensively, they were able to contribute everywhere, really. I mean, they were getting inside, they were finding the drives, they were kicking out, they were hitting those three-point shots. And yeah, just really all-around great performance.
And Anglia Ruskin winning their first Division 1 playoff final title since the 2018-2019 season. And a really strong showing from them. 13 wins and 7 losses, which was third in Division 1 this season. They've really fought. They've had, as you mentioned earlier in the game, that they've had some injuries throughout the season. They haven't always had a fully healthy team together, which, many teams haven't. We do acknowledge that it's really tough, isn't it? You play a lot of games in the season, but they've always been able to come together and really overcome that and really play by committee.
Yeah, they have, and just real credit to them, because we spoke about this quite a lot today, but they just look like a real unit, especially offensively. I mean, whether that was when they were in their man, whether that when they switched to their zone, they just really moved really fluidly. And you say, like, when on defense you move as a string, when one player in the ball moves, you move. Whether that's you being on help, whether that's you being in denial, whether it's you defending the ball, they literally moved as a string. It was like they were all connected, and it's really good to see. On both ends as well, just real all-around great performance from them.
And that's been their identity all season long, hasn't it? Defense and then that three-point shooting. 11 made threes for ARU today. And if we take a look at, let's take a look at who was the leading scorer. So Ilaria Zaffaroni, 25 points, 4 made threes, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And alongside them, Vicky Gray, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Tia Freeman with a double-double of 13 points and 11 rebounds. Just really big performances all round.
Yeah, it really was. Some great contributions, and just in all the stats as well. But a lot of these players who are out there, especially on on both sides really, there's a lot of players who have massive contributions to the game but don't necessarily show up on the score sheet. I mean, defensively, that doesn't always show up. But I mean, if we take a look at Faye Parker, she had such an impact. The index ended up being on 15, but it was really in that second quarter, as soon as she subbed on, you could really tell her impact, because as soon as she came on, Cavs really struggled inside, just really strong inside presence.
Yeah, and if we take a look at London, so a tough loss for London. They had a fantastic season, winning the league title, finishing in first place, 17 wins and 3 losses this season, after a 9th place finish the year before. So Coach Robbie Connell's done a really fantastic job with this group, and the team you've seen them fight hard all season long and being able to turn that around from the year before. You know, they should be really proud of this season. It's obviously tough to lose in a final, but they've had a really good run.
Yeah, they have. I mean, no one can take that league championship away from me either. You know, that top spot, always good to have. And whether or not they did win, they were able to get to the cup final and the playoff final. You know, not a lot of teams do that. We see it frequently year after year. You know, teams, they might make the cup final, but when it gets to the playoffs, they don't necessarily get all the way to that final stage. So real credit to them for just sticking through and keeping that consistency.
And I think that's the key word there, consistency. And leading the way for London, Janice Monacana, 22 points and 8 rebounds. Mash Karumba-Roberts with 16 points and 10 rebounds. As we see Anglia Ruskin get ready to collect their winners' medals. We will, of course, have the presentation of the MVP and the trophy coming up. But Anglia Ruskin, a really big win for them today, finishing in 3rd place. People may have said they were the underdogs coming into this game, but they're a team that I know a lot of teams across the league would say, you know, they're a bit of a can go a bit under the radar, can't they? Like, and then you come up against them 3rd place, you think, oh, but they're really tough to come up against, as we've seen today.
Yeah, they are. I mean, as you said before as well, we do acknowledge that obviously a lot of the teams have had struggles with injuries, as have ARU. But yeah, so I mean that 3rd seed isn't necessarily representative of what their abilities are. They haven't had that full strength roster.
I mean, every team we've seen in Division 1 this season, it's been we've said it when we've been covering the Manchester Mystics games, but any team can beat any team on any given day, can't they? There's been a lot of parity in Division 1 this season, and it's been a really fun season to watch. So as we wait for the announcement of the MVP.
2 rebounds, 2 assists and 25 points, the number 5 from Anglia Ruskin.
And the MVP, a well-deserved MVP, Ilaria Zaffaroni, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 4 made threes. They just had such an impact on the game for Anglia Ruskin. A well-deserved MVP there for Ilaria Zaffaroni. Congratulations to them. And Tia Freeman and Ilaria Zaffaroni will go up and collect the trophy. And a huge win here at the National Basketball Performance Centre for Anglia Ruskin. And they are your 2025-2026 Division 1 playoff final winners. Congratulations to Anglia Ruskin. Putting on a show out here on the floor in Manchester. 78-56 over the London Cavaliers. They fought hard all season long, and they come out on top today in the Division 1 playoff final, their first final win since the 2018-19 season. And a real credit there to head coach Tor Freeman and the programme in Anglia Ruskin, doing a fantastic job with the team. And we're going to head courtside very shortly, where Isha will grab a word with Tor Freeman and MVP Ilaria Zaffaroni. And Zaffaroni, part of that team that won the Division 1 playoff title in 2019 and the National Cup in 2020. So they are experienced, they know what it takes to win. And they've done just what ARU needed them to do in today's game. So we're going to go courtside. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, Kaz. Yeah, I'm here now courtside with MVP Ilaria Zaffaroni. Ilaria, what an amazing performance. 25 points.
Thank you.
With 4 3-pointers made. How does it feel to be taking that MVP?
I mean, honestly, I think it's one of the best games I've played since I moved to the country, to be honest. And I'm so happy it happened with this group, because these girls, my God, they fought so hard all year long. I mean, honestly, I never played a thing with such an amazing group. So everything comes from them, to be honest. Like, we always show up like with the, you know, calm and you know, we just have fun. Honestly, we just have fun. So that's amazing.
Yeah, so obviously it was head coach Tor Freeman's first season with the team. So how's it been with him as well?
Oh, amazing. I have to say, like, this boy is amazing. He stepped in like day one. He did not change any dynamic between us, and what we had what we felt strong on last year as well was the group, the dynamic like among ourselves, and he did not change a single thing. Like, he let us do our thing, and he's just there to, you know, keep us, you know, behaving, and that's it. So this man, to be honest, like, I think he's gonna go far.
Yeah, the kind of final thing, so obviously when you guys came out after halftime, I mean, in that third quarter you scored 31 points and restricted the Cavs to only 13. So what was said at halftime that kind of gave you that fuel for the fire?
I think, I mean, we started scoring a bit more, and that's of course helps. We use the space very well, to be honest. Like, we play against these guys like 2,000 times this year, and every time our issue was space. We couldn't find like a good spacing, which is fundamental for us, because we don't have that physicality. And instead, like, as we came back, we really found it. Everything was very smooth, and it was easy. It felt very easy to find each other, so that was good.
Yeah, so final thing, I mean, you've been with this team for quite a while. How does it feel to just bring that glory back?
It feels good. It feels good, to be honest. To come all the way here, you know, bring my partner, bring my friends, and, you know, they came here to watch good basketball, and that's everything I want, to be honest. I'm happy. I'm happy.
I mean, it certainly was good basketball there, but really good job on the win.
Thank you.
Really good job on the MVP, and yeah, go celebrate.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good to hear from MVP Ilaria Zaffaroni there. What a game. 25 points from Zaffaroni. A huge game, 4 made threes, and obviously just continuing that excellence, that winning culture at Anglia Ruskin University. So we're going to head back down courtside with Isha Nair, who has head coach of Anglia Ruskin University, Tor Freeman. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm here now courtside with ARU head coach Tor Freeman. So Tor, how does it feel to get that victory?
Oh, it's amazing. I thought we spoke pre-game about us having fun and just going out there and enjoying the moment, and they certainly delivered on that. I said we were going to shoot a lot of threes. We certainly shot a lot of threes, and when you hit them, it's really tough to stay with us. I thought TBC caused us some problems early in the game inside, and we countered it really well and did a really great job.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly looked like you guys are having fun out there, but it was a pretty close game, especially that first, second quarter. Coming out of half-time, though, I mean, that third quarter, you guys scored 31 points and restricted them to 13. So what we say as a team at half-time to just give them that fuel?
We said what happened at Kohler. I think we went into the half down 5 at Kohler, and we went on like a really big run to take it up 10. And I said, look, we're up 5 already. If we do the same again today, the game's done for, and they delivered.
Yeah, so I mean, first season as a head coach, you brought back that glory to ARU. Does that kind of add that kind of special feeling to it?
Yeah, it's really great, and I think the team's so nice. Everyone gets on so well together, and having my own sister on the team, it really is that family feel, and I think teams say it, but we really do embrace it. We have a lot of fun, we get excited for each other, and we just enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good basketball to watch. It certainly looked like you guys are a bit of a family, but I'm going to let you go now. Really good job on the win, and yeah, go celebrate.
Thank you so much.
Head coach Tor Freeman there in his first season for Anglia Ruskin, winning the Division 1 playoff final title with ARU. The first time they've got some silverware since the 2018-19 season in the playoff final, obviously winning the National Cup in 2020. And again, just continuing that winning culture of Anglia Ruskin University. I mean, what a game that was, Isha.
Oh. It was a great game. Mike's muted. Yeah, it was a really good game. Great basketball on display. Yeah, just really exciting performance.
And I think it really stands out. Coach Freeman there saying, you know, they had fun with it. They enjoyed it. You could see that. The way they were shooting the threes, the way they were playing, they just looked like a team that was enjoying themselves out there.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they were smiling all around. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's the finals. Yeah, we want it to be competitive, but they really just went out there and enjoyed it. I mean, that's the reason most people start playing, right? You play to enjoy it, and then you end up filtering through to high levels of competition. But I feel like, yeah, it's really important. As I said, it's just, they just have such a family feel, and I guess that just adds to it. But yeah, really great performance from ARU.
And I'm sure that trip back down towards Cambridge is going to be a bit easier with the trophy there on the bus as well.
Yeah, definitely. Just taking that former glory back.
And coming up next at 4 o'clock today, we have the Division 1 men's final between the Solent Kestrels and the Worcester Wolves. John Hobbs, Louis Weaver and Andy Kellum will be taking you through that game, so you can stay tuned to the Basketball England YouTube channel. Remember to like and subscribe. You can stay up to date with all the action. If you've missed any of the games this weekend, you can go back, go and watch them again, and follow along on social media for, you know, lots of clips, behind the scenes action. We've got loads of highlights. We've had some great highlights this weekend, Isha.
Yeah, we have some real highlight plays on display. I'm sure there'll be a fair few from that game. Probably some from yesterday as well. They're really good D2 finals, but yeah.
So big thank you to everybody who's watched live here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. From myself, Kaz Bullock, and from Isha Nair, thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for 4 o'clock for the men's final coming up next. Balls up and we're underway. The Division 1 playoff final. Monacana spinning to the basket, banks it in.
Yeah, and already we've seen the ARU defense tailor towards having Janice Monacana.
To the basket, that short gets her own rebound and powers her way inside. And Ewanze not. Zaffaroni on the baseline, fading away. Oh, a tough shot from Zaffaroni. And Jackson met in the air. Freeman with a huge defensive play there. And Jackson with a running float into the basket will give London the lead. Freeman stepping through, has space, and again.
Definitely looks so much more settled into the game in comparison to that first.
And a fantastic cut there from Parker to the basket. Has the ball. And Parker again inside, back-to-back buckets for Faye Parker.
Every time the Cavs go in to drive, she's just got a hand on it.
And Zaffaroni all the way to the basket. They're up to 9 points personal, leading Anglia Ruskin. And he's there, 5 seconds, Gray on the baseline. And Vicky Gray continues to pour in the points for Anglia Ruskin. Zaffaroni into Parker, what a pass and what a finish there. There's Gray driving to the basket. Oh, what a shot from Vicky Gray. Freeman back to Zaffaroni, turns, fires, hits from outside. Freeman, Gray has space, too much space for Vicky. Zaffaroni puts it up and puts it in. Zaffaroni on fire here in Manchester. 4 made threes. Extends the lead for Anglia Ruskin. Lewis lines it up and sinks it. Demi Lewis into the game, onto the scoreboard for London. So the London Cavaliers, the 3-seeded Anglia Ruskin University, over the 1st-seeded London Cavaliers. They are your 2025-26 Division 1 playoff final winners.